Here we are. I can't believe it's noon already. But we're home for the holidays.
The holidays we're home
No,
for.
we're home for the holidays.
The holidays we're home for. Commutable.
Refutable.
Disputable.
Delusional.
No matter what, we know that you'll be watching.
Home for the holidays. Wherever you are. Like that.
That was really good.
I know. It's almost like we practiced.
Yeah, well, we did the first 3 times we performed it.
That's exactly right, Katie Dahl. Yes.
Yay.
Delusional.
Delusional, you did it.
We did it. What's up now? Can you believe it's noon already on this day?
No, I cannot believe it.
It's like time flies when you're doing live broadcasting stuff.
Time is like an angel's dream.
Time is like an angel's dream. Mm-hmm. We have some fun stuff coming up this particular half hour. As usual, we have to make time to thank all of our wonderful sponsors. And this particular time, we're not only going to thank our sponsors, but we're going to talk a little bit more about them. The praise and undulation go out this particular time to Richard and Charlotte Johnston and
Heidi and Bob Ling.
Heidi and Bob Ling.
Woo!
Thank you guys so much for sponsoring Home for the Holidays. Katie and I will sometimes, we're both fairly early risers. You probably because you have a child.
Not me anyway.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I'm a morning person too. So sometimes like at 6:30 in the morning, we'll both have gotten our email from this trivia league, and you have to answer the questions by the end of the day. But it's usually one of the things I like to do right away. So I'm like, it's like
check it off.
And also because I want to know how I did.
Yeah.
Right? Because as soon as you answer, as soon as you submit your answers, then you get the real ones.
Yeah.
Often which are wrong.
Right.
Right? They're different from what I put in.
Right. But Jeff's on a winning streak, I'll have you know.
But no, ish. I lost a few in a row. But or tied. I tied yesterday. At any rate, what's amazing about that league is I'm in what's called Rundle R, I think it's called, or
rookie.
whatever.
That's a rookie Rundle.
It's a rookie Rundle, where I totally belong. I'm doing well in that Rundle, but I made the mistake the other day of doing the Classic. Did you do the Classic?
I didn't do the mid-season Classic.
So there was a mid-season Classic, and everybody in all the Rundles participates in that one. And I was looking at the results from that thing, and I'm like, I thought I was good at trivia. And then you're like, you're number 3,522 out of 5,000 whatever people.
It's good for the old ego.
And then you go and you look at some of those people. They get every answer right to every quiz.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
When my uncle Colin, you may know him as your attorney.
Yeah.
When he was in Learned League for a while, he won the whole.
No way.
League. My uncle Colin is like astonishingly good.
Why doesn't he get on Jeopardy?
I'm sure he could.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So now everybody. Yes, we have digressed. But speaking of people who are really good at things, Heidi, who we just talked about, we just undulated her.
By the way, Heidi participates in December to Remember. Did you know this?
I didn't.
Yes.
Oh, in the virtual choir.
She's in the virtual choir.
Awesome.
I know.
She is a talented quilter, and we're going to bring on now Holly Feldman to tell us all about Heidi Ling's quilts. Why don't you join us, Holly? Hi, Holly.
Hello.
Yay.
You can hear me okay?
Yes, we can. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Holly Feldman, where are you?
I'm all the way over on the other side of the building from you guys.
Hi,
nice
Holly.
to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yes, very safely distanced here in the Gould Theater.
Yeah. Holly, actually, we get to hear also in a December to Remember tonight.
Holly is in it too.
And it's so gorgeous. I was watching this with Rich. I was watching the draft of it with Rich. And when Holly came on, Rich was annoyed at me because I wouldn't stop exclaiming. I was like, isn't Holly amazing? She's an amazing person. And don't you see her goodness just come through when she sings? Don't you see her? She's such a good singer.
You're so sweet.
That's a literal transcription of how the evening went.
I think you and Rich have to set up like your own little personal chat so you can just chat at Rich, so it's silent.
Yeah.
Right?
Rich would prefer that. I would less prefer it. So. Okay. Anyway,
That is so sweet.
So make sure you watch December to Remember so that you can see Holly sing, and
Yes.
how you can have these feelings too. And if you're the spouse that talks more, you can enjoy yourself. So, but Holly, what do you
Why are
have
you on
to
this
do with
split screen,
Heidi
Holly?
Ling? Yeah.
Yeah, well, Heidi Ling, board member extraordinaire and helper of all things, as you mentioned, is also a talented quilter. And she has an item in our Rekindle Market. And we've had her items before, her quilts. We had one for an event, a Raise the Curtain event a couple years ago, and we had one in our Raise the Curtain this year. We had two of them that sold to the highest bidder. And so we have a personalized quilt from Heidi in our Rekindle Market. And I happen to have a great example of one of her past quilts on my wall here.
Yay.
There it is.
It's a
You
work
can
of
see
art.
it. It's
It
a work
is.
of art, yes. Yeah. And this particular quilt is actually personalized for Northern Sky. If you can see there, if you can zoom in on your screen or see it, but there's several shows represented in those squares. You can see, let's see, there's fireworks from Derrieres. There's Guys on Ice guy right there, for the old logo of the show. What else is there? Victory or Loose Lips Sink Ships. We have Rosie the Riveter right there. So she personalized this quilt with shows from Northern Sky, reflections from numbers in the show or the title of the show. And this is what she does. She creates this pattern and she personalizes the quilt to you. She just did two more, like I said, early this spring for two different families. And they spoke with her, told them a little bit about her family, some of the memories they have. And she created a one-of-a-kind quilt for each of those families. They're absolutely beautiful. They're heartwarming, they're touching. They make a really great gift. And this is one of our premier items on our Rekindle Market. So go on over and check it out. And now you have an example of what you might receive if you would like to go over and purchase that item.
One of the things we talked about, Holly, in preparation for this particular day, and we've already talked about the fact that Home for the Holidays is generally our winter show that happens between Christmas and New Year's. And it's usually presented live so that people can come to the theater and watch a show. And
What a novelty.
I know, what a novelty, right? And instead of that, we're doing this particular day. And
Right.
what we determined about this particular day, and the reason that you can really help us out, is we are really close in terms of fundraising for today
Yep.
to getting to where we would have been had we sold out a run of Home for the Holidays like we did last year.
That's right.
And if, for example, if someone were to buy the quilt, I think it would basically get us there.
Yeah, if someone bought the quilt today, that would get us to our goal of what we would have raised as far as revenue goes through Home for the Holiday sold out performance. And the other item that's on there that would be a huge help is a guest spot on the Jeff and Katie show, which I know you guys are maybe going to talk about later.
I thought
but
you just ponied up $500 for that, Holly Feldman, to be on
Where's
this.
your money? How'd you get on this show if you didn't pay us the $500?
You're right. You're right. Someone should sponsor me. Yes.
You know, that's a great idea, actually, because I think that there might be people thinking, well, I don't really, I'm not really that outgoing and I don't know what I would do and how could I possibly compete with Katie Dahl's charm? Questions like that would be
Many
going through
people think
would be
that.
going through your head. But you could, in fact, buy it for somebody who's a show off.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
We all know one.
Yes, we do. We all know
I'm
one.
saying everyone knows a show.
Oh, everybody knows one. I'm like, name names, Katie Dahl.
No. Holly, I was also thinking if somebody bought 122 Jeff and Katie
Math.
show T-shirts, do you think would they also get us to that goal?
Yeah, that sounds like it.
Okay.
Sounds like your math is right on that.
So
That's
just
right.
oh, look at that Jeff and Katie show shirts. Wow, that's amazing.
People
you
are so
guys are
fast.
impressive. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Okay, I was just making
So,
sure.
at any rate, Holly, Holly, of course, is. Did we say what Holly's role is here at Northern Sky?
Besides singer, I don't think we did.
Yeah, Holly's the development director, and she does an extraordinary job. The Rekindle campaign is something that Holly's been spearheading, and it's been unbelievably successful for us, and we're
It
grateful.
has been. Yeah.
Right? We're
Yes.
so grateful to everybody. I mean, one of the things that Holly and I were saying when we were meeting people to talk about the need for the Rekindle campaign is how grateful people have been for our staying in touch with them. And we had to say to them, you can't know how grateful we are that you're paying attention. Because, we're used to getting on stage and presenting shows, and, we know what's coming back to us in those instances. But when you're doing this virtual stuff, you don't necessarily know.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and also, there's so much competition out there for this kind of engagement. Let's use that word. And that people are paying attention in any way, shape, or form to what's happening at Northern Sky right now is just so gratifying. It's just lovely. So
Yeah. And in talking about today, we really debated, this is a kickoff type event to our Rekindle campaign that we launched this past, late summer, early fall. But we also just wanted this day to be about festive, celebrations and connections, because our Rekindle campaign has been successful. People have been so generous in their support to us throughout this year. So we wanted it to be a day of gratitude, and also to let you know that, where things stand and how close we are to certain goals. So we're just so grateful for the support we've seen this year, a year of no revenue. The people that have come out to buy a link to a virtual season item, or support the Rekindle campaign, or support the Rekindle market, buy an item for a Christmas gift. So it's been absolutely delightful and humbling to see that support.
yeah,
Yeah.
really amazing. Truly amazing. And we will talk about this later, because we're going to have some special guests who are part of our virtual season that's coming up. But I hope you've all been looking through all of those wonderful items available at the Rekindle Market. And
Rekindle Market.
at the Rekindle Market, one of those items happens to be a season pass for our virtual winter season coming up, and we will talk about that more. But pay attention, because that's all part of ways that you can support us until we get back to live performing. Which, cross your fingers, let's all hope for that vaccine to really do the trick.
Yes, for a million different reasons.
There are so many millions of reasons.
Holly, speaking of live performing,
Yeah.
I think we're going to let you go, Holly. Thank you
Okay.
so much for joining us.
Run around
Bye,
your
guys.
office a little bit.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Just for
See
the
you
fun of it.
later.
Okay. Bye, Holly.
All right, we're going to do a song, right, Jeff Herbst?
Well, let's go back to our caroling book, shall we?
Oh, we shall.
Yeah.
If any of you want to put comments in the chat for requests of future segments, we could do it. If you want a certain song, and the next time we're up, you just let us know. We might have it in our book.
No, I have a little problem.
What's that?
I'm only going to be able to do one verse of this. So maybe we'll do a little instrumental or something and then come back to the verse again.
It's too bad
The
we
reason,
sing in different keys, because I love the other verses of
You know,
this,
you
and
could
I know
sing
'em.
this in my key.
Well, what's your key?
That one. The one we're in. You just sing it,
Yeah, okay.
right?
Yeah, I can
Do
sing
you know
the...
that? Do you know what?
Yeah, I know them.
You do?
Yeah.
See? Tacky invited you for a reason, Katie Dahl. Now we know. I look like a present now or something. Okay. Are we in the right key?
Yeah,
You tuned down a half step.
I sure did.
That's so clever of you. You can't capo down a half
Can't
step.
capo down,
I know.
only up.
I know. And you could have capoed up, of course.
Like 22 frets or
22
something.
frets,
Yeah.
exactly. To go down a half step. I know. So this is It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. And part of the reason, again, this is from my caroling book, but this song also appears tonight in A December to Remember, sung by the gloriously wonderful
Transcendent.
Claudia Russell, whom will also be a special guest on the show today.
Yeah, at 3
So-
o'clock. We're going to have Karen Mall and Claudia Russell, and they're Bruce Kaplan and Will Taylor. And at 1 o'clock, we're going to have Doc Heidi and Eric Lewis, but I digress.
Yeah. So anyway, It Came Upon a Midnight Clear. This one's out to Claudia Russell. It came upon a midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay, to hear the angels sing.
Still through the cloven skies they come, with peaceful wings unfurled, and still their heavenly music floats o'er all the weary world. Above its sad and lowly plains they bend on hovering wing, and ever o'er its babble sounds the blessed angels sing. For
Came upon the midnight clear, that glorious song of old, from angels bending near the earth to touch their harps of gold. Peace on the earth, goodwill to men, from heaven's all gracious King. The world in solemn stillness lay to hear the angels sing. It's fun, Katie Doll.
It was really fun. I know.
I'm glad we found a key we could both sing in.
I know. I love it.
It's great, right?
That's really great. Hey, we wanted to say a shout out to Coralina Summer Mall, who's watching down in Austin, Texas.
Coralina.
Thank you for watching.
Coralina said that she really, really wanted to Zoom with Santa.
Yeah.
And, you know, because Ernie got to, and I don't know who else all got to. Henry got to.
Henry,
and
Marvin,
and
Joseph.
all those guys got to
I
Zoom
know,
with
no
Santa.
fair.
Yeah.
I know.
Next time.
So, so hi to Coralina, and if you want to say hi to your favorite special someone over the airwaves, we got a Elf and Space Bear segment coming up at 12:30, which is
12:30.
really soon. You can't get your greeting in for that segment, but they're going to be back again at
Sometime.
for sure 5:30, but maybe before then.
Somet-
And so if you send your greetings to, look at that email, elfandspacebeargreetings@gmail.com.
I sent off mine. I don't know if I don't know if they got it.
Well,
in
they
their
had
spaceship.
to they had to play a little football in the interim, so they may not have been checking.
Maybe we'll find out at 12:30.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
So thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you. We'll be back at 1, but with Doc Heidi and Eric Lewis.
Are we done already?
Yeah, I mean, I think we better be so that the Space Bear can practice.
Oh, the Space Bears have to get in here
And
and do
yeah.
their. Yeah, they have to. Guys, quit playing football out there. It's
Yeah,
time to
get
come
in here and get your sound check. Yeah.
Good Lord. How do we keep them in check?
I mean, we clearly don't.
We
They're
don't.
running roughshod
are-
over the field.
We are out of. They are out of control.
Out of control, everyone.
we have to go
OOC.
wrangle. We have to go wrangle the bear and the
Yeah.
elf.
Okay, you
Bye,
let us
everybody.
go. See you next time.
Okay. Adios.